wake up with a smile, and then in a while come to lunch with the ladies. Lunch with the ladies. Lunch with the ladies. Lunch with the ladies.
Welcome to the Libby Show, Lunch with the Ladies.
Happy holidays! On today's show, the ladies talk about their favorite holiday memories and traditions. They will also tell us their favorite Christmas movies to watch. Then, we'll hear from some of your favorite actors from those TV Christmas movies we all come to love during the holiday season in our exclusive interviews from Christmas Con. So, let's start talking!
Welcome to the Libby Show, Lunch with the Ladies. This episode is our special Christmas holiday episode, and we've got some great interviews lined up. So I hope you enjoy them, and thanks for watching. What are some of your favorite holiday memories? Messalina, how about you?
Oh gosh. Okay. One of my favorite holiday memories is when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with the Nutcracker. And I was obsessed with ballet. And so it became this tradition that on Christmas Eve, I would put on like a white dressing gown, and I had an actual toy Nutcracker, and I'd make my parents play the Nutcracker music, and I'd dance around the living room with my Nutcracker, and I'd put him in like a doll bed, and then I'd go to bed. And like that was what I had to do before I went to sleep, because otherwise Santa wouldn't come or anything else like in my head. That's just how it had to be. And then my sister started doing it with me. And so for years, we'd always do the Nutcracker dance Christmas Eve.
Oh, and I could see why you wanted to become an actress then. You already had that movement that, in you.
Yes.
Very cool. Beth, what about you and Hanukkah? Tell us.
Okay, so you will also have a great insight into why I love things like Dirty Dancing and Mrs. Maisel. Hanukkah was not a big deal growing up, so we went to the Catskills over Christmas.
Oh.
We left usually on the 24th, came back around the 27th, and it was everything you have seen. I mean, they taught us cha-cha dancing in the ballroom. We went ice skating. We played Simon Says in the lobby. It was just like it was on TV, and everybody forgot about Christmas because we didn't, we really weren't part of it.
Wow. And do they still do that up there now?
I don't think any of the hotels are standing. If they are, they're just small. Almost the entire region changed. But this was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was a place for, a lot of the Jewish community from the tri-state area to go because we didn't have Christmas.
And now I really see why. I mean, the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is spectacular to begin with, but now I see the special connection you have with it.
Yeah, and we had a blast every time we went.
That's great. And Ileana, what about you?
Well, I have to put on my ears first.
Okay.
Into the spirit of things, my reindeer ears. Well, one of the most favorite memories for me is getting the kids together to put on the holiday show. So what would happen is the day after Thanksgiving, that weekend, every weekend until Christmas Eve, we would get together at the house and we would rehearse, and it would be music and a little play, and it was always original stuff. I mean, we would sing standards, but we would do a twist to them. We would change some of the words to honor someone in the family. And the kids, I mean, we had kids from age 4 to 14 participating, and it was just so magical, and I just cherish those years.
Oh, and again, I could see why you ended up going into acting as well.
Well, and think about it. I was producing, so now I'm producing.
That's right. I did some plays and things too when I was a kid. I think overall, and I was talking to someone else about this, that the play might have been a little more inventive when we were all younger because we didn't have all of these other distractions.
We always put on shows for our parents. We always, right? You hung up a sheet and that became your curtain.
That's it.
Yes. I did that in my backyard. We had two trees. I hung up a curtain, and we used to okay, this is really dating me. We used to like act out the Sonny and Cher show and do different skits. So yeah, that just dated me.
Well, Ileana, you sound like the Hallmark Christmas movies where you did a Christmas show.
Yeah, that was it. It was a Christmas show, and it was every year, and we would, honor one person in the family, and so we would centralize one number that was dedicated to them.
That's so sweet.
That's sweet. See, and this is what we remember, not the gifts. Not
Yeah.
the gifts.
What gifts?
Yes. And well, my Christmas memory is when I was again, and first of all, I have to say Christmas memories change as things go old, because you get older, because life changes. And probably my favorite Christmas memories is because I think back, and at least what I'm just going to tell you about now, everyone that I loved was there. So my father, around, I don't know, it could have been 6 or 7 at night, he would say that Santa Claus was coming into the house. And so we ran into our bedroom, and he would go out the window and he'd say, "There he is." And he'd point to like a star, or he'd find something that looked like it was moving in the sky. And he'd be like, "There's Santa Claus. He's coming to our house." And we would look out the window, and then he'd ring a bell, and he and my mom would put all the gifts out. And of course we were afraid of seeing Santa Claus. And then the gifts would be there, and he did that early because we did a lot of traveling. We went to my grandmother's house that night, Christmas Eve. Then we went to my great aunt's house after that, and then the next day we went to my grandmother's house, and all these people came. And I just think about all the people that we saw in those span of 2 days. And it wasn't even about the gifts. I was just excited that there were other kids, and that there were all these people around, and everybody had dogs. And that's what I remember. I mean, there's always great Christmases, every Christmas, every holiday you're around for, I feel is, you're grateful for that. But there's always the ones that stand out. And hopefully we'll keep making memories, and maybe in 10 years, something we say will be something that happened in our future as a great memory, right? Like Vasilina, your mom with Walter in the family now.
Yes. Yeah. It is really cool being able to like create those new memories for the next generation. And doing like I keep thinking about like, what things am I going to do each year for him for Christmas and different holidays. And it's really fun to kind of plan out and get ready to do.
Yeah, and to see the first, to see it through a child's eye, like the first time they watch Rudolph, the first time they see the Christmas Spectacular, all the firsts are so marvelous to watch.
We just did his first Christmas tree cutting, because like last year we didn't do a Christmas tree because we were away. So this year we went and we cut down our tree, and then we brought it in, and so we decorated it, and he was just like, "What is this?" Then we turned the lights on, and then he worked out where the light switch was, and he's like trying to turn the lights on and off. Like, so we had to change where we plugged it in, and now we have like all these like plush toy ornaments around the bottom because he keeps pulling them off. But he knows they're meant to go back, so he kind of just stuffs them into the branches, and so they're just like sitting on different branches instead of hanging.
The kids are cute. My son did one. Well, we kind of teased him when we turned the lights on, and then he thought it was like a fire or something to blow out a candle. He would blow on the lights. So then we decided, well, let's flip the switch. So every time we blow on the Christmas lights, we flip the switch, and it was on and off, and it was just the cutest thing. So these are the memories that we have. So ladies, let's do a very quick lightning round. I'm going to ask you about your favorite holiday movies, one, and then a runner-up. And also, for all you viewers, we have a whole show where we go in depth about our favorite holiday movies. So if you want to know more about holiday movies and what's out there and our suggestions, please turn into that episode. But for now, we're just going to get our top one and our runner-up. I'm going to start with Ileana first.
It's a Wonderful Life, number 1, and runner-up is The Santa Claus.
They just did a series on Disney, The Santa Clauses.
Oh,
If you like The Santa Claus, check it out. I recommend it. Well done, and it keeps with the flavor and the dialogue and the characters of the original movies. So check that out.
Nice.
Beth.
more recently, The Holiday,
Ah,
and a flashback, Holiday Inn.
excellent. Messalina?
So one would have to be Elf,
Ah,
and two would be White Christmas.
it is hard to narrow it down. It really is. And that's why we did a whole show on it. So I had to think hard. My number one movie would be Love Actually, which just celebrated its 20th anniversary. Yes, by far. Diane Sawyer did a special on it, a little behind the scenes, which was very good to watch, especially if you're a fan. And runner up, I would say, are the first two Home Alones. So thank you, ladies, for your input. And now we're going to get on with the show. Next up on our show are some of my interviews from Christmas Con. If you're not already familiar with Christmas Con, it is a convention filled with all things Christmas and all things Christmas movies, including some of your very favorite actors from those movies. It's put together by That's For Entertainment. We are at Christmas Con, and the wonderful, talented, and very handsome Eric Mabius is here speaking to us today. So we know you from all the Signed, Sealed, Delivered, and your holiday movies. What do you like about being a part of this world?
Well, I love, this is the first convention of this type I've attended. I love that we have an excuse, a good excuse to gather everyone together, because everyone's been through a battle or two along the way, and having everyone here gathered together for the holidays, everyone's full of smiles, there's good food around, and everyone loves to share their special favorite stories with their favorite shows. So
They do, and I was here at the inaugural Christmas Con, and it was packed. They didn't have it last year, but I think the way that all of us got through the holiday season was watching movies.
I believe so, and what's great about Signed, Sealed, Delivered, during COVID, people tended to stay inside, and our audience continues to grow, which is kind of remarkable considering we hadn't had a movie on for a year and a half. So
Yeah. Well, there's repeats, there's on demand, we see them. I'm so excited because I'm here with Ashley Williams, and I just love, we have a mutual friend, but I just adore you in the Christmas movies. And one thing I have to say is that you can't tell now, but how do you say all of your lines with a smile on your face? You have a perpetual smile. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you. I think I just drink a lot of coffee.
It's just, but you know,
That's my secret.
That's what we're looking for in these movies. We're looking for happiness. So I really appreciate that big smile.
Oh,
And
thank you. That's so cute.
you're all over the place with all the Evergreen movies and now the Sister Swap. So tell me what you like the most about being a part of this world.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's been so cool being here at Christmas Con because there's so many people that have come up and just sort of expressed that it's been a really hard couple of years, I think, for everybody. So getting an opportunity to bring joy to people at a time when I feel like a lot of people are isolated and lonely and there's a lot of grief. So many people have come up to me and saying that they've lost family members this year and last year, due to COVID and other things. And to get to make movies and tell stories where there's joy and laughter and smiling, no matter what your lines are, I think is a lot of the time what people need. And I just feel so lucky to have this job.
Well, we're so thankful that you do it, and you do it with such grace. We're here with Caroline Rhea, the beautiful and talented that we've seen in so many different things throughout her long and illustrious career. She's just done another Christmas movie.
I have a Mrs. Miracle Christmas, Debbie McComber's book for Hallmark. It's on the whole month.
And what do you like about doing Christmas movies?
I love doing Christmas movies. I realize I've done 6. It's funny. Beth has done 1 million, Melissa's done 1 million. You go from like witch to Christmas.
Yes.
I've gone from witch to angel. I like being in movies that are happy.
Well, that's the whole thing about all of these Christmas movies.
I love Hallmark. It's literally, my impression is like, what are you watching? I'm now glued here and I cannot leave until I find out.
I call it a drink of wine. It's you put it on and all of a sudden it's just like you de-stress.
Yeah. I don't drink, so I call it a piece of fudge. Very simple.
Okay. What are your official roles as official hosts of this Christmas Con?
I mean, my job is to show up and try not to screw it up, really. It doesn't go well. The mic is already cut out once, but you know what? That's what makes Christmas Con so fun, because you never know what's going to happen. You walk in and you're like, you're going to see all these celebrities, and when everyone gets together, we become just like high schoolers, and we're always like screwing with each other and trying to have fun with each other. So it's just like a really fun, crazy environment where you never know what can happen.
And this is what I understand. You don't see each other on the set because you're all filming in different locations. You come here and then you see everyone.
Well, I never see any of the other stars on set because I don't stay for any of their coverage. I only do my coverage and leave. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't see any of the other. We don't see each other all year because everyone thinks there's like a Hallmark like studio or something where everyone just like hangs out and eats lunch. No, we're in different cities and we never see each other. So all getting to come together and reunite, it's so much fun.
And now you're in Christmas House?
Two,
both of them. So tell me, what's your favorite thing about doing these kinds of movies?
Oh my gosh, there's nothing better than LGBTQ plus representation in Christmas movies because you know what? Christmas is for everyone, just like Christmas Con is for everyone. We're all welcome here and everyone's welcome to come that wants to share the spirit and share the joy, and that's what makes Christmas Con and making movies like Christmas House 2 so special because it lets everyone feel like they're a part of something.
We are with the beautiful and talented Jen Lilley, who I love as Teresa Donovan on Days of Our Lives. And don't we just love seeing the people that we already familiar with in Christmas movies? So we've got a double surprise for us. Now, this year you have a new movie out called Royally Wrapped for Christmas.
Yes.
And what is that about?
So that is on GAC Family, which is a new network that's available on a lot of people's networks.
I've already been
there. On Friendly TV and Peacock and all sorts of apps. My character, I play Lindsay Peterson. She's the director of a New York branch of a charity called the Festive Heart Foundation, whose mission is to give a gift to every child in need on Christmas, which really resonates with me. There's an adoption tie-in, which also really speaks to my heart. So it was an awesome movie, and it's really an amazing honor to be attached to it.
It is wonderful to see stories. I know you've adopted.
Yes.
I work with Casa. I don't know if you're familiar with Casa.
I love Casa. Yes, it's amazing.
And they were mentioned once in a holiday movie. There needs to be a movie about Casa.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing that. And it's all about the holiday spirit and giving.
Yes.
And another movie that you did that I love because my dad was in the service, not the Navy, but USS Christmas.
I love USS Christmas.
Really, really enjoyed that. Was that really done on a ship?
Yes, it was done on the USS Charleston, I think. I can't remember the name of the ship. It was incredible. Yeah, we were on an actual fighter jet.
What is your favorite movie that you've done on Hallmark?
It's Christmas at Dollywood.
Thank you for watching our holiday show. Thank you to everyone that joined us. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Find us on Facebook, tell your friends about us, but most of all, enjoy the time with your family and friends. We wish you all the brightest holiday and a great new year.
Wake up with a smile